Tuesday, January the 31st. I am James, you are you. We are here for a very special surprise edition of the show that won't go away. Of course, we are talking about At Home with James live on Twitch. Why are we doing a surprise episode? Because yesterday I was in the air leaving on a jet plane to get back to Montreal because, as some of you may or may not know, I was in the West Coast, which they say is the best coast. I disagree. I was in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where I did this show live in a stranger's living room last week. And may I say, it is so wonderful to be back in the warm and comfortable confines of my own home right here in the best borough of Montreal. Of course, we are talking about St. Henry. A couple things right off the hop. Why is this show starting late? It's not because any of the guests were here in tardy fashion. It's not because there was a technical difficulty. It is because I was telling tonight's panel about who is on MILF Manor. And what is MILF Manor? What the show MILF Manor is all about. If you don't know, I have to tell you something. This is the best TV show I have seen, and I'm going to say 20 years. This is going to officially become a commercial for you to turn this show off and go watch MILF Manor on the Discovery TV app. A bunch of eligible older ladies shack up in a mansion in Mexico where they're hoping to find sexy, young, studly eligible bachelors. And that's when the twist comes in, when they find out that all of the male contestants are their sons, and everyone needs to hook up in front of each other. And if you don't have the Discovery TV app, well, you can watch MILF Manor every Sunday on TLC, which at one point stood for the Learning Channel. What are we doing on tonight's surprise episode? Well, I know, but our guests don't know. Who are our guests? Much later on, it's Dimitri Kyres. A little bit later on, but before that is Annabelle Agnew. But coming up right here, right now, I think this man has unlocked legend status on the At Home show. So let us please welcome a true legend in the At Home universe. It is Mr. Thomas Barnwell. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out. Thomas, I've never seen you dance, and I find your moves infectious. You look bewildered as you were dancing. It looked like you were getting thrown around in some type of like a merry-go-round or something. You're about to barf.
I'm in a little spaceship here. I'm getting battered.
Yeah.
So.
You always come to us live from the basement of your home.
Yep.
You know, would you consider this to be your man cave?
No, not at all. It's
how big is this room? It seems quite tiny.
It is. It's very tiny. It's maybe 6 feet across. And
yeah, is this a closet?
It is not a closet, but it's where I'm put when I need to be punished. So.
All right. Okay. So you're saying that you've been now. Were you watching MILF Manor after your mommy told you to go to bed?
Yeah, she was afraid I'd see her on the manor.
Now, I want to jump in here. There may be some minor technical difficulties because on our production call side, one of our guests dropped. So as you're watching this, it's going to be sorted out in a matter of moments. But Thomas, for you and me, nothing needs to change at all. I want you to be cool, man. You be cool and I'll be cool. Are we cool?
Be cool, baby. Yeah.
Well, I like that not only have you been experimenting with dancing, but I like that voice you just did. Be cool, baby.
Be cool, my babies.
It sounds like I picked up a prostitute and I'm asking her, hey, are you a cop? And she's saying, no, just be cool, baby.
Yeah, I'm doing Mick Jagger at Altamont.
Remember? Oh, yeah, I was incredibly incorrect. But I would say that there's some similarities between Mick Jagger and maybe a prostitute.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah. You know, I can't imagine that Mick Jagger hasn't been mistaken for a sex worker of some type in his day and time.
You know, many people would say he is a sex worker, right?
Yeah.
he's giving the crowd what they want.
He's giving them the goods.
Yeah. And remember in Altamont, he's like, his pants are always falling down, and
yeah,
he's saying, "You wouldn't want my pants to fall down now, would you?"
Yeah, but you and I both know, Thomas, that he absolutely did. And maybe if his pants had fallen down, he would have, or maybe perhaps that would have caused a butterfly effect where the Hells Angels didn't murder someone.
Right. Who knows, James?
We'll never know.
They're still debating that point. So.
Yeah, that's going to be the next time you jump on. We're going to do a full hour on Altamont. Now, this is the Tuesday surprise episode, so I took the liberty of making the executive decision in order to surprise all of our guests tonight with what we're going to be talking about. And before we lead into it, Thomas, I want to ask you a quick question. When you come into contact, or when you have come into contact with other people that share your name, do you like it or dislike it, or are you ambivalent to it?
You mean my first name, right?
Yes.
No, I usually find that I just get confused. So of course, we all know Thomas from the theater, the other Thomas.
Yeah.
And sometimes people will be talking about Thomas, and I keep turning my head.
Yeah.
So
now I can agree. I don't like it at all. And I've been very lucky over the years that within whatever circle I'm in, there's never any other Jameses. Some come and go, but it's very brief. And I'd like to imagine it's because they can sniff and suss out that I don't like it. And they decide, well, this James has been here longer. I should go fly a kite.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I've brought you here tonight, Thomas. I want to see what you think about other Thomases.
Okay.
I have compiled a list of a variety of Thomases. They're all famous. They're all well known. I want to know what you think about them. But the main thing is this.
Yeah.
We're going to find out if you think you can beat them up.
All right. I think I can save you some time. Just say no.
Whoa. That was it feels like you're looking for a gun that you're going to pull out.
I don't know. Do I need a pen or something?
You can grab a pen if you want to.
All right.
Are you ready to talk about the first Thomas here, Thomas?
Sure. I'm gonna wing it. No pen. Go.
Yeah, no pen. Go. No. I got a pen. I never use it, and I very rarely do. We're gonna start with a big one. Now, this list includes some Thomases, some Tommies, and Toms.
Okay.
What do you think about Tom Hanks, Thomas?
Oh, he's America's sweetheart. And, yeah, I think I could beat him up.
Okay, now I'm going to reveal something here that I found out about you is that I'm going to use words that you didn't use, but you're a judo master.
You're right. I did not use those words.
Yeah. What word would you use to describe your skills as a judo practitioner?
A victim, judo victim.
Judo victim. I think you're selling yourself short.
Yeah. No, do I have to tell the story? My daughter, when she was about 5, she wanted to take judo lessons at school. She came home and announced that the teacher had said it was for the whole family, and she wanted me to do it with her. So I did judo with her and a bunch of other 5-year-olds. For, I don't know, about 6 months. And another parent joined, a woman, a mother of one of the little kids in the class.
Mm-hmm. So you're in a class with one mother and a variety of little kids.
Right.
So you are a judo master at their age level.
Yeah. And gradually, other parents joined, and then there was like a separate adult class. So.
Got it. Okay. So what word would you use to describe yourself? Because we know you think you can beat up Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I didn't even consider using judo on him. I'm sworn not to do that. But yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so what was the question again?
How would you define your skills as a judo practitioner? You're not a judo master by your own accord. What would you be?
Well, I did reach the level of brown belt. So,
nice. Okay.
However, I think there was a bit of grade inflation there. And, I think maybe the sensei just wanted me to continue. And so,
he was buttering your toast by making you a brown belt.
Right. Every once in a while, they throw me a new belt or something, and then and the checks were good. So
Fair enough. We're going to consider you a brown belt here.
all
Now we're going
right.
to move on. We're going to move on to our next Thomas. What do you think about Tommy Lee Jones? And do you think you could beat him up?
Tommy Lee Jones. He's pretty old. I think I could probably beat him up.
Nice. I
Last
love
time
it.
I saw him, he didn't look like he was in too good shape. So
Now, Thomas, I want to ask you a question. You've been dancing, doing fun voices. You're reaching for stuff. You're picking on Tommy Lee Jones. You have a couple glasses of wine at dinner tonight?
I did not, James. Actually, you know what? I started late, but I started doing the sober January thing.
Okay.
Dry January, whatever.
Okay, so you started late, meaning you didn't really do it.
About 15 minutes ago.
Oh, we're going to move on to our next Thomas here. Thomas, what do you think about Tom Brokaw? And you think you could beat him up?
Oh, definitely.
Wow, you beat up Tom Brokaw.
Not only can I beat him up, but I would enjoy doing it.
Oh, you don't like Tom Brokaw?
Not a big fan.
Like to tell us why? You didn't like his coverage of world events?
Yeah, he's a bit of a pretentious boob.
All right, so you think he's maybe a bit of a blowhard?
Yeah.
You really don't like other Thomases. I want to see how you fare against this next one. He's the drummer of Motley Crue. He was also in a sex tape.
Yeah.
What do you think about Tommy Lee? And could you beat him up?
I don't think I could beat him up.
Well, why is that?
Drumming is a very physical activity. He's in great shape, and but I could probably beat up the drummer of Def Leppard because he's only got one arm.
Well, he doesn't count because he's not a Tom, Thomas, or Tommy. So up to my count, you've currently beaten up three other Thomases, and one has beaten you up. So let's continue. He was the host. Oh, my mistake. Let's continue.
Just because you mentioned MILFs before, I remember when Tom Brokaw turned 50.
Yeah.
It was back in the 80s, I think. He wrote this long essay in the New York Times about how turning 50 was a big deal. And as a young man, he always fantasized about being with older women. He says, but now that I'm 50, an older woman would be 60, 70, and, it just disgusted him. And so I thought, this guy's a jerk. So
okay, so that's what did it. I like that backstory. So now it makes a little bit more sense about why you'd want to brutalize Tom Brokaw. So once again, you've beaten up three. One has beaten up you. We're going to move on to our next one. This is another Tom, the former host of Hollywood Squares and as well as host of Dancing with the Stars. What do you think about Tom Bergeron, and could you beat him up?
Ooh, Tom Bergeron. I don't know. He could be a wild card. I think he might go crazy in a fight,
Okay. Do you like him?
Not particularly. I don't have any strong feeling about Tom Bergeron.
Okay. Fair enough. So would we say that we're not sure if you could beat him up or if he could beat you up?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Fair enough. We're going to move on to our next. This is maybe my favorite one on the list. Used to be married to Roseanne Barr. Of course, we're talking about Tom Arnold.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could. I mean,
whoa.
He's from good Iowa stock. He's a big man. He's
very jittery, right? He might be crazed.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably dazzle him with footwork a bit, but once he got hold of me, it'd be over. So
okay, so now this is the second Tom that you think could beat you up. He joins Tommy Lee.
Right. I mean, he spent many years wrestling with Roseanne, so I think
you're feisty tonight.
What can I tell you?
Speaking of feisty, we're moving on to our next one. This is a Tommy, the second Tommy.
The deaf, dumb, and blind kid?
No, it's not a blind kid. It's a Tommy Shaw of Styx.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you really feel dismissive about Tommy Shaw?
Yes. I never liked Styx, and He's the guy with the preening, long blonde hair.
Yes. He's also in Damn Yankees with Ted Nugent.
I think that says everything. I mean,
all right, so
I could probably beat up anybody on Broadway. So
whoa. I love this side of you, Thomas. This is officially the fourth Tom that you can beat up, joining Tom Hanks, Tommy Lee Jones, and Tom Brokaw. Moving on to our next one. We're back to the Toms here. A true Canadian rocker. We're talking about Tom Cochrane. Had many hits. Life is a Highway, Big League, White Hot.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I
that's your prerogative. He enters where Tom Bergeron is, where you're not quite sure.
But even worse, I don't really know what he looks like. So,
well, he's not a big man. He's he's not physically impressive.
Well, then I'd say my chances are pretty good.
Great. I love it. We're adding him to the list of Toms that you could beat up. Here's an interesting one. What about Tommy Hilfiger?
I don't think I've ever seen him either, but I'm guessing.
Me either. I won't lie. I added it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, he used to do, I think I have seen him because he used to do these commercials about how, you can make your dreams come true. He never thought he'd be a fashion designer. And I know he's done some good charitable work for, I can't remember the cause. I think it's autism or something. So based on that alone, I wouldn't even lift a finger to hurt him.
Got it. It's very, very kind of you. We're going to go back to another Canadian musician here.
I might even throw the fight. So.
Whoa, that's charitable on your end.
Yeah.
Another Canadian singer. We're talking about Stompin' Tom Connors.
Given his age, I'm going to say yes. But he's a wiry little guy,
Yeah, his name is Stompin'.
He's Stompin', right. You don't want to get under those boots. So
yeah, but you think you could beat him up just because he's an older guy?
As long as I can stay on my feet and don't fall under the stompers. So.
I love it. Now, this is the one and only author on the list. Talking about Tom Clancy.
Well, he's dead.
Oh. I like your chances. Imagine that you dig him up to beat him up.
But even before he died, he was kind of a little overweight guy, and so I think I could probably run.
Can I just say you're taking no prisoners tonight?
James, I gotta, what can I say? It's my manhood's on the line.
I love it. So you think you could take him because he's short and stocky
and dead.
Got it. Now, this is the only fictitious character on the list, Tom Sawyer.
Well,
I know you have experience fighting children in judo class.
It's true. Yeah. But maybe, I don't know. He did have sort of a cushy lifestyle for a kid in the 1860s. And, but, people back then were tougher. But
he was a little scrappy, right?
Very scrappy, yeah. And but I don't know. Given my age, his age, and I think it might be a draw. So.
Okay. Now, before we get to our last one, this is a bonus one. I want to go through the list. You think you can beat up Tom Hanks, Tommy Lee Jones, Tom Brokaw, Tommy Shaw, Tom Cochrane, Stompin' Tom Connors, and Tom Clancy. You're unsure about Tom Bergeron. You think that Tommy Lee and Tom Arnold could beat you up. You wouldn't beat up Tommy Hilfiger due to his charitable donations. And uncertain about Tom Sawyer.
Well, I think I could fight him to a draw.
Fair enough. This is a bonus one, not exactly a traditional Thomas, but I wanted to throw this one in here. How do you think you would fare against the founder of Wendy's, Dave Thomas?
also dead.
deceased.
uh,
Let's just think about if maybe at your prime versus before he died.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, the age difference was so great. He was,
he called it a great age difference.
And he was a heavy man. You know, he eats lots of fast food, burgers.
Yeah.
And you know, I think he thought a little bit too much of himself too, because.
So you're saying that Dave Thomas thought too much of himself?
Yeah, and I think that would be his downfall.
What gives you the impression? I mean, if he thought too much of himself, wouldn't he have named his restaurant Dave's or Dave Thomas's? He did name it after his daughter.
Yeah, but you know what? He famously did not want to do any marketing. He thought he did all the marketing himself because he thought, you know, marketing was so easy and he could handle it all. So I think he would bring that same overconfidence to a bout with some nobody like me.
I think of all the fights on this list, you versus Dave Thomas is the one that I would have liked to have seen the most. Tom Brokaw is pretty good too.
Yeah. I thought when it turned out to be Tom Bergeron, I thought you were going to say Tom Snyder.
Oh, that would have been another good one.
Yeah. But
Also dead.
I did sell him underwear a couple of times.
Wait, hold on. Before we round this out and welcome our next guest, we can't move away from this. You sold Tom Snyder underpants?
Yeah.
Please, the floor is yours. This might be the moment in the history of this show.
No, sorry. I used to work in Bloomingdale's in New York, and he lived nearby, and he used to come in and buy socks and underwear. And
what kind of underwear?
He was a brief man.
Nice.
And he liked the Calvin Klein briefs that are kind of skinny, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Did you ever see him trying them on or anything like that, or no?
No, despite my offers, no.
Wow, that's a shame that Tom Snyder refused to allow you to watch him try on underwear.
Or to assist him.
Yeah, I love this story so much. I can't wait to tell people this, the few people that might also know Tom Snyder.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'll say this. He's dead, and Thomas Barnwell, you're not.
Not yet.
Well, that's our segment tonight, Thomas. I really appreciate you stopping by and putting your fate and the segment's fate in my hands. So many laughs during the segment that I've got just a little bit of a tear in my eye.
Well, you know, this show is only going to get better. You've got Annabelle and Dimitri. So there you go. Yeah. And I'd never beat them up.
No, well, you can't. They're not Thomas's.
Right. That's the law.
But if they were, could you?
Watch out.
I love it. I love a nice threat at the end of a segment. Well, Thomas, thanks so much. And I'll talk to you off air. James,
always a pleasure. Thanks.
The pleasure is all mine. That's Thomas. I took so much pleasure in putting that list of Toms together. There were so many that I wanted to add, but I really had to siphon it down. What's this sound effect? To really my favorites. Speaking of favorites, this person has quickly become a favorite guest on this show. It is Annabelle Agnew.
Hello.
I was waiting to have Oh, Annabelle, your mic's hot.
Oh, here we go.
What did you think about that list? Or would you like to call into question any of the Thomases, or Tommies that you think Thomas Barnwell couldn't beat up despite claiming that he could?
Well, I think, you know what? I've known Thomas for a while, and I can't believe he doesn't open with his Tom Snyder story ever.
It's a really great story.
It's a great story. You've been holding that one back.
Yeah, that is a fantastic. What did you think about Tom Snyder, Annabelle? Would you like, or would you have liked to have helped him try on underwear?
No.
You didn't think Tom Snyder was a good-looking guy?
Not my type.
Were you more of a Dick Cavett lady? I'm really dating.
I was a Conan O'Brien. I mean, like you're going real back.
Oh, come on. Tom Snyder's a stud.
Yeah, that's well before my time, James.
You and me both.
Yeah. So
we can't remember the studs of years gone by.
It wasn't really. I didn't get to watch a lot of TV when I was younger, so I couldn't even watch.
We're not going to unpack that tonight. We're not going to unpack that tonight. Again, It's a surprise Tuesday episode, so I wanted to take the liberty of surprising you with something on tonight's episode. I'm laughing because I'm excited. Annabelle, famously on this show, you have a difficult time with certain topics, but also a certain format, which happens to be related to anytime we do a wheel episode. So tonight you are going to be facing for the first time ever, the Wheel of Fear. Oh my God! Make that money! I want to make an executive request that gets played every time the wheel gets spun, please.
Oh man.
Annabelle, what about the wheel scares you? Tell me what about the wheel scares you?
I think I've done a couple of wheels now. The first one went so badly that I just have, a little bit of post-traumatic.
Yeah. Post-traumatic wheel syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wanted to take it up a notch.
Great.
It's not just the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
All the topics on the wheel have been populated with everything related to music. Because it's the Wheel of Fear. Tonight we got to face our fears, Annabelle. So let's check in, right? Because music is often discussed on this show. What about discussing music brings you a case of the itchies?
Well, because you have such incredible recall. You remember all of the lyrics of all of the songs, and I just draw a blank the moment that the wheel comes up and you ask me to come up with some song that I like. I mean, it's just being put on the spot.
I think we're going to not only face your fear tonight, but we're going to overcome your fear. So with that said,
exposure therapy. That's what we're doing tonight.
Exposure therapy. Are you ready to face the Wheel of Fear?
Sure.
I loved the answer, but I loved the long pause even more. The Wheel of Fear is on screen right now, and I will let our there we go. As you can see, there's a variety of topics. There's not a ton, right? We've only got, I think it's 6 topics here. It might only be 5. We can get through these. So are you ready?
You're going to read these out, right? You're going to read out the topic for me?
We're going to read them out when we land on it.
All right. Thank you.
Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Oh my God! Make that money! So we have landed on guilty pleasure songs, Annabelle. This is a tough one to start. Now, let's discuss. I'm going to ease you into this. What's your feeling on guilty pleasures as a concept?
You know what? Okay, here it is.
Okay.
So I have a sister who really loves music and is a bit of a music snob. And when we used to live together in our 20s, she would separate her CD collection from mine, especially right before a party, so that she could make sure that people knew that she had the good taste in music and I had the questionable taste in music. And I never really cared so much about the type of music that I had. But I realized that I maybe should sometimes. So I get what might be a guilty pleasure, but I also don't care at the same time.
Okay. So this should maybe be an easy question to answer. So let's maybe go back in time. were any of those CDs, cassettes, whatever you want to call them, at the time, did they feel like a guilty pleasure?
Well, there was one that she dragged me over the coals for, which was a Pink CD. She really hated.
She dragged
Pink.
you over the coals for Pink. Now, what era of Pink are we talking about? Is
her
coming release. Up, so you better get this party started.
Well before, like when she first came out.
Yeah, she was a little bit more edgy before she turned into like party anthem lady. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Now, are there any songs currently that you're like, oh my God, I still listen to this song? Like, are you at home listening to like Tiffany? I think we're alone now.
No, but I feel like all of that stuff, you're allowed to enjoy that now. Whereas
Fair enough.
could, you know?
Well, I'll bring this up, and I've talked about it on this show before. I think as recently as last week, I think my number one guilty pleasure song, I'm getting flustered about, and this is the third time I'm talking about it, is that Sarah Bareilles song, Love Song.
Oh.
Maybe the quintessential song that should always
Can you sing it, James?
Playing in a pharmacy. It feels like yeah, I'll sing it. I'm not going to write you a love song. See, if I can do it, you can too.
You see, this is why I hate the wheel, because it just
you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Annabelle, you don't need to feel this way. Your hair's turned into a mess over here now. Look, you're going full anxiety spiral. You're unhinged.
This is exactly what you wanted out of me.
Annabelle, I want you to take your hands. I just want you to put them like this. There you go. We're just talking about songs that could be conceived as a guilty pleasure.
I like the new Miley Cyrus song. How about that? Flowers.
I don't know it. I only know Put Your Hands Up. They're playing my song. Do you like that song?
Yeah, I like that one too.
Are you a little embarrassed to admit it?
No, I think I'm not the right audience for being embarrassed about music.
Maybe you don't have any guilty pleasure songs.
Yeah.
Guess what, though? We still talked about music.
Like some of the Disney songs I know off by heart, and that could be embarrassing sometimes.
But are you embarrassed by it?
Maybe around certain people who are really cool.
Okay, so me.
So yeah, you, James.
There we go. We have found a guilty pleasure song. Disney songs for little kids.
Yeah.
And this grown-up knows all the lyrics.
Yeah.
So you're essentially coming out as one of those Disney adults right now.
I'm not a Disney adult. I'm just saying that there's certain songs.
Yeah,
now, hold on a second.
Yeah. We're running out of time. We got to
all right.
spin the wheel because this Disney adult is on a time limit here.
Shut up.
Let's spin the wheel again for James and the Disney adult. Oh my God! Make that money! So we've landed on car wash songs too. One of my favorite things to discuss, songs that you could conceivably imagine washing your car in the driveway to. Now, I'm going to throw a couple into the ether. I think a lot of Bad Company songs are songs to wash a car to. Like, imagine it's like a beautiful summer day, not even summer. Let's just say it's early spring. It's getting warm out. You're like, I got to give this car a wash.
Mm-hmm.
Driveway, you got soap and suds and water and a sponge. And then you turn on your iPod and you got a Bluetooth and all you hear is, I feel like making feel like making love. That's a car wash song, right?
That's true. That's a good choice.
Yeah. What about Life in the Fast Lane by the Eagles? Now that's a car wash song. I don't even know the lyrics. Or I don't even have to do the lyrics. I can just do the opening chords.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Imagine your car's in the driveway. You're like, I'm going to put some music on. I got to wash this filthy car. Just imagine your car. You're driving through mud all night long. You're like, I got to wash this filthy thing. I got to get to a wedding. But I won't be able to do it unless I put some music on. Oh, this car's surrounded by dogs. These dogs are trying to get through the mud.
Get out of here.
It's because your car is so dirty, Annabelle. You got a filthy car. Oh, now we know why your car's
this is
dog
torture for me.
So you got to clean those dog treats out. You got to get the vacuum. No. Oh no, those cats are in heat. They think your car is another cat. There's only one way to stop it. You got to put a song on. You got to clean that filthy thing.
Okay, a song. All right,
Yes.
a song for the car. Fuck.
Now maybe would it be "Soak Up the Sun" by Sheryl Crow?
See, that's good too. God damn it! Why can't I think of a song? Oh,
You know what? I think "All I Want to Do Is Have Some Fun" could be a car wash song. It's more of a road trip song, right? You're driving down the street in your filthy car. Turn the radio on.
Yeah, that's a good one with the top down, the windows down.
Yeah, no, we need a song. You got to wash your car to this song. It's a good car wash song. Bad to the Bone's a great car wash song.
Why can't I think of any songs? What is wrong with me? It's something about this whole thing.
Let's take a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a summer day.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any bands that you associate with the summer?
Sure, I associate lots of them.
Now this is
summer.
A car wash song for sure. That's a car wash song. Some folks are born made to wash a car.
How about Twisted Sister?
Oh,
We're
hold
not
on.
gonna take it.
We're not gonna take it. A car washing song. What do you think about that? It's a summer day. You're like, I gotta wash my filthy car. It's covered in mud and dog food. We're not gonna take it anymore. Well,
it could
look,
work.
That's an answer. We can make it work.
It's an answer.
It is an answer. That's all we're looking at. We're not looking for the perfect thing. We're looking for something.
That's right.
I think we're ready to spin that wheel again.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's do it. Oh my God! Make that money! We've landed on karaoke songs. This, I think, is the easiest question. Do you have any go-to karaoke songs?
There's one. It's a Kylie Minogue song, and it's called La 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 or something like that.
La La. You don't even know the name of the song. You said it's called La 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 or something like that.
I can't get you out of my head. That's what it's called. And
that's your karaoke song. That's very interesting. Now I know why, because in the song, la la la, la 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 la, that's your karaoke song.
Yes, and I like a Pearl Jam song too.
Yeah, which one is it? The one that sounds like the other one?
No, I like Black, I think it's called.
How does it go?
Well, I can't remember. It's a karaoke song.
Well, that's why, you need the lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're singing a Pearl Jam song and a Kylie Minogue song.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting blend of music, song, and style.
I mean, this is what I sang last time, which was about 10 years ago.
Okay.
I don't do karaoke very often. How often do you do karaoke, James?
I probably also have not done karaoke in a little over 10 years as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's a decade activity.
There we go. Look,
we
got an answer right then and there. We've only got a couple topics left.
What would you sing karaoke?
What would I sing? Typically, I've never done the same song twice.
Yeah.
Gosh, I've done Bon Jovi, Bed of Roses.
Yeah.
I've done Two Princes by the Spin Doctors.
Yeah, I did Wild Thing once.
That's a good one. That could be a car wash song.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. I've done a lot of hair metal ballads. I've done every rose has its thorn.
Yeah. There's a new one. If I were to do karaoke now, I know what one I would sing. And
Here we
this
go.
is a guilty pleasure as well, as we're going into it.
Is it a Disney song?
No, because we didn't get into the defining the Disney thing because you have no time.
You Disney adults are so easily triggered. What's this new karaoke song?
It's Wonder by Shawn Mendes, I think his name is. Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
Would you like to sing some of it for us?
No.
Okay. Let's go back to the wheel. There's only a couple topics left.
Okay.
You're doing great, Annabelle. How do you feel?
Great. I feel better than I did at the car wash.
We're looking to accomplish with this. Let's go back to the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Make that money! You landed on songs of the 90s. So, Annabelle, what are some songs that you think exemplify that decade in music?
Beck, the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Well, no, I said songs, not bands.
Oh, okay. Loser from Beck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys, Sure Shot. That was a big one. Or Shadrach, like Paul's Boutique, the whole album. For me, anyway. Pearl Jam. Any of the classics. You know, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That was definitely Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. That changed my life when I was 13.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What else in the 90s? I was gonna say Cranberries. That too, like Zombie.
Of course, yeah. What were you gonna say? The Crash Test Dummies?
Crash Test Dummies, definitely.
That's a 90s band right there.
Yeah, but that's like more early night. I think I'm more like mid 90s. Grunge 90s was really key for me.
Got it. Okay. So the Pearl Jams, maybe the Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Cannonball by the Breeders. Yeah. Pavement. Cut My Hair. Yeah, that too.
Now, what about Veruca Salt?
It's never big into Veruca Salt, but I know them. Yeah.
Yeah. Hole.
I love that album.
Yeah. Which one? Live Through This?
The first one, Live Through This. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
And what about Are You Jimmy Ray? Who Wants to Know?
Don't know that one.
You don't
what about
know?
House of Pain?
Are You House of Pain by was it Cinderella?
No, House of Pain's
Jump Around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't know. Are You Jimmy Ray? Who Wants to Know?
No, I don't know that.
We might have to go back to the wheel.
Oh, no.
It's fun because Annabelle, you're answering the faster we go to the wheel, it's because you're answering questions fast.
Okay. Okay, good.
Moving on to our final.
Oh my God! Make that money!
We've landed on songs to cry to. Are there any songs that make you cry, not counting the Disney ones, Annabelle? A Whole New World.
Songs that have made me cry.
Yeah. Are there any songs that will consistently get you to tear up?
No, but if I'm in like when I was younger, I would definitely cry to certain songs because it would remind me of like somebody that I was dating or something.
Like,
so that would make me cry. Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You.
That song made me cry?
Oh, yeah. I had such a big crush on, I'm sure I've talked about him before.
Sure. Why don't we just give the real name? Not even a fake name. Let's give the real name.
The thing is, if I give his real name, it's very searchable, and there's only one of him in the world.
Well, then let's give him a fake name. Give him a fake but unique name.
Drew
Carey.
Drew Carey. There we go. Right. That's who it was.
You had a big crush on Drew Carey. You listened to Bryan Adams. Everything I Do It For You from the Robin Hood film. It made you cry, like cry out of romance.
Yeah, like out of sort of like unrequited, big time crush.
Last time I you know what song made me get a little bit misty? It was only about a month ago.
Oh, what happened?
I was setting up the theater space at Variations Mile End alone, listening to Tom Petty, Learning to Fly. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting emotional here.
Oh, wow.
Coming in from our production chat, Hey Jealousy by Thomas Barnwell, that I think either he's listing as songs that make him cry or songs from the 90s. He also said he beat up Tom Petty. I left Tom Petty off of the list on purpose.
There's been other songs that have definitely made me cry. I've been moved like that. Like, it's not just a crush, but I'm drawing moved. A blank. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What has it been?
Could you imagine you put a song on to wash your car to and you start crying? And it's We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister. You're like,
that could make me.
I want to stand up for myself. I'm tired of these dogs pushing me around.
Yeah, imagine.
That may have been one of the first great moments of 2023 on this show.
Which was?
Me creating a hypothetical scenario. Oh, look, the animals are coming out. They smell it. Creating a scenario where you're trying to wash your filthy mud-covered car and you can't find one song to put on.
I still can't find a song.
You did. Pressure. It was that Twisted Sister song.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the dogs that did it.
Oh, they're back, Annabelle.
Sorry, my headphones, I think, are dying.
Yeah, well, it came in an opportune moment because we've accomplished every topic on the wheel, Annabelle.
Oh, that's good. I did it. What does that mean now?
Next time you come back on, we'll do another wheel.
Oh, great.
Your prize is more spinning.
Yes. Wonderful.
Oh, the kids love it.
Yeah. So does Steve. He loves it as well.
Well, kids are going to love it until Thomas Barnwell comes in and does judo throws onto them. Annabelle, thanks so much for being here tonight. We did it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That's the weirdest transition.
What?
I said, I go, hey, thanks for being here. And you just said, okay.
No.
You're still on screen, too.
Sorry.
You're getting played out, Annabelle, with the Seinfeld theme, no less. Folks, only one guest to go before we do that. We will be back at our regularly scheduled time next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on twitch.tv/@home-with-James. Tell your mom, dad, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, Grammy, Grampy, your best friend, maybe, just maybe, your worst enemy. Something else you're going to want to tell them about is to keep a certain date on the calendar circled. In the month of March, it will be the 3-year anniversary of the At Home with James show, as it happens live on stage, 2 shows in one night. But before we do that, we have to talk. Oh, thank God that David, who works on this show, has finally decided to follow the channel. We got to talk about what's going to happen at the live show. In order to do that, we have to have Dimitri Kyres join us. Dimitri, welcome back.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar.
They're working hard. I love it, Dimitri. You got them working hard.
Yeah, keep up the good work, everybody. I'm just talking to the recruits, James. Just my small children scientists.
Well, we've needed help because one bit of trouble, or a roadblock, if you want to call that, Dimitri, that we've run into is we don't quite know what to do for this live show or shows.
I know. The scientists have been awful. In fact, I fired them weeks ago. I just locked the door.
Yeah.
I'm not letting them go anywhere because I don't have money to pay them.
Well, we've got 2 months to go, so we need to...
Well, I'm stressing.
So, you're stressing.
I'm stressing out because
I had to go on vacation because I was worried.
We made you go on vacation because you were stressing so much.
Now it's all coming out in the wash.
In fact, we've spent all the money we were going to spend on the live show on your vacation. We are in the brown.
Again?
We never left, brother.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Thomas's brown belt in jiu-jitsu is more valuable than the show right now.
Yeah, we'll tell your little kid scientist to watch out because he might run amok and beat them up too.
Do you want to see if Thomas can beat them up? Maybe we could do that for the show.
Hey, hold on. Maybe that's a segment. We do a live judo competition where Thomas takes on a series of kids on stage.
I'll take anything at this point. Why? Because we've overpromised.
Hold on, it might be problematic if we have Thomas, beating up kids. What if we have Annabelle doing live music trivia on stage?
That's also problematic.
Yeah, because she doesn't know any answers.
I'm out of answers. I'm out of answers.
I took the liberty of doing something.
No, don't say it.
At the tail end of 2022.
No!
Yes.
No!
At the tail end of 2022, you know better than anyone else that we had an AI generator help us with some ideas.
You know how I feel about you
asking the AI to come up with segment ideas and descriptions for us. I pumped this AI entirely.
You did what to the AI?
I fed this AI. I pumped it. I blew everything that I had into the AI.
I don't know, James.
Information upon information upon information about this show so it could burp out segment ideas based on what it knows and what it has learned and what it has been informed about the show.
I don't want you dealing with that AI. That AI is no good, James. I told you. That's why we sent you on vacation. You were getting too close.
I had no other choice. We had a surprise show, and this is my surprise. That I've left it up to the AI to generate some segment ideas for the live show.
All right. That's
Can
what
I
times.
read one to you?
Yeah. Go ahead, James.
Again, this is entirely AI generated, and I swear on my family's life. I pumped in so much information.
Listen
I
to
got
you
no
talk.
information left.
Listen to you talk. You're desperate.
This is what the AI came up with. This is one segment idea.
Okay. Let's hear it.
In this segment of At Home with James, Dale Bernier.
No. Come on, man. Come on, man. Is that how desperate we are?
In this
Come
segment
on, man.
of At Home with James. In this segment of At Home with James, Dale Bernier invites the audience to join him on a journey through the golden age of adult cinema. Using his trusty 14-inch laptop that he calls Old Faithful.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Dale will be showcasing some of the classiest and most timeless vintage pornographic films, profiling some of the most attractive stars and starlets of their time. From the romantic charisma of John Holmes to the timeless beauty of Seika, Dale will be showcasing some of the most memorable, iconic, and erotic performances of all time. Along the way, he will...
Come on. Come on, man.
Along the way, he will also be sharing interesting tidbits and behind-the-scenes stories, offering a unique and engaging perspective on these classic films.
Was he there? What kind of perspective is he giving?
So sit back, relax, and get ready to be transported back in time as Dale Bernier takes you on a journey through the best of 18 and over cinema. That's what the AI gave me.
That's what the AI gave you?
Yes.
Turn it off. Cut the cord. Dale Bernier's erotic adventures.
Do we run with it?
You're telling me that you want to take Dale Bernier, a connoisseur of the...
I don't want to. The AI wants to.
Dale Bernier, connoisseur of the erotic and flesh arts, on stage and a walk through time and history as Dale...
He's on stage and he's got his laptop on his lap towards the audience.
Oh.
14 inches, called Old Faithful.
Yeah, I know. I heard the name of it. I just hope that this one doesn't squirt.
So it sounds like it's a no.
I don't like the idea, but if that's all we
You don't
have
think people would want to pay a ticket to sit in a crowd
to watch a man sit on stage with a laptop on his lap, a real
watching
old
porno.
one, he's not
But then
watching it.
He periodically leans over, hits the space bar, and says, "This scene over here, it's really interesting because." Then he gives us what I believe the AI mentioned was an interesting tidbit and perspective.
I can't see this working. But
This is a process. It's a process. Now, I've taken the liberty of sending you some as well.
I'm just getting them now. Yeah, they're popping in. It's flooding my inbox.
Yes.
Great.
Read the first one.
Oh, no. Okay, I've never seen these before. In this hilarious segment, Stuff the Host, Thomas Barnwell will push James to his limits as he challenges him to eat an entire turkey, complete with all the trimmings, live on stage. If James fails to finish the feast within 60 minutes, the audience will get their chance to stuff him with anything they desire! ! This vengeful segment is sure to have the audience laughing and cheering as they watch James try to keep up with Thomas's outrageous demands. So grab your napkins and get ready for a wild and wacky ride, as the stakes are high and the consequences are even higher on At Home with James.
What do you think?
You have to eat a turkey feast in 60 minutes or the audience is going to stuff you live?
With anything they want.
James, what are you thinking?
I'm not thinking. It's the AI. The AI has taken everything that I've given to it in terms of the history of the show. So the AI knows that I guess Dale has a history of watching pornography. It also knows that I often decline Thomas Barnwell's turkey dinner invitations.
Come on, man. You're going to put your body on the line for this show now. They're going to stuff you with all sorts of stuff. And guess what?
We're not committing to any of these.
There's not a lot of stuff around the theater. Think about what's around the theater. Or are they bringing stuff from the home?
Dimitri, I would like for you to look at the chat. I want you to read this fun comment that we just received from David Kuhlman.
Oh, no. Yeah, David Kuhlman says the AI knows that about Dale, and so does the FBI.
Well, let's move on to our next segment idea, because I've got another one here, and it's very much in line with At Home.
They're gonna stuff you with stuff. Yeah, okay.
We don't have to say yes to it. Next AI generated segment idea. In this segment of At Home with James, Joe Conto is taking a whimsical approach to the end of the Halloween and holiday season. He'll be presiding over a funeral, eulogizing and then burying his failed pumpkins and Christmas cookies in a lovely ceremony featuring the Montreal Children's Choir.
Oh, no.
This lighthearted segment will provide a touch of humor and a chance for Joe to bid farewell to his less than perfect and embarrassing creations in a unique and memorable way. Join Joe and the Montreal Children's Choir as they bid adieu to the pumpkins and cookies that couldn't make the cut and raise a glass in their honor. It's sure to be a quirky and entertaining segment that you won't want to miss. This seems fun.
Come on, man. I mean, this is fine. This is fine.
Montreal Children's Choir.
I mean, this is pretty cool. Yeah, if we can get a choir in there, I have a hard time.
But then Thomas is there. It might hit the kids.
That's what I'm saying. Is you got to be careful because if you're going to do the stuffing thing, then you can't do the Joe thing.
You can't have kids there either.
No, you can't have kids there. And then Joe. You know how Joe gets around pumpkins. He's a ticking time bomb.
Yes, I know.
And I'm just saying that you're putting those kids at risk.
Okay, well, let's put it on the cut list. Throw it in the cut pile.
I've seen Joe crush a cantaloupe with his two hands.
Well, easy now. Now, Dimitri, you've got one more.
In this segment, our fearless friend Andy Asaf takes on a daring challenge for a good cause. Oh, come on, man. Andy, known for his luxurious and hairy back, is that what he's known for? Has decided to shave it all off and donate his hair to his friend Mark Rowland. Mark, who has struggled with hair loss, come on, man, will be the recipient of Andy's act of kindness as he takes the stage to fashion the hair into a wig live on stage. Join us as we watch Andy take the plunge for a good cause and see the creation of a one-of-a-kind wig in real time. This segment is sure to be a heartwarming, entertaining moment that you won't want to miss.
Right?
What
for charity?
All these segments feel like weird, like Dr. Oz segments. Do you know what I mean? These.
I'm trying.
Or Dr. Phil, or what's happening here? You're gonna get Andy to live on stage shave his back and then give it to Mark, who then has to weave it into a wig and fasten it to his head?
Yeah, it's for a good cause.
Is Mark the good cause? Are the children getting some hair?
Just Mark.
Come on, man.
Look, we're running out of time here.
One of these ideas we need to greenlight right now.
What do you think?
So let me do a recap. The first one.
It was people sitting down watching pornography off of a laptop that's sitting on Dale's lap.
This is going to get you in so much trouble. And you banned Dale from the show, so we got to honor that.
That's true.
2. A turkey stuff.
Yeah, if I don't eat it, which I don't think I can finish an entire turkey with all the trimmings, the audience gets to put stuff in me.
While I'm happy to see Thomas there, I don't know what's sicker, watching you eat a turkey dinner within 60 minutes or you getting stuffed with the very same thing.
Yep. Third one was Joe eulogizing his pumpkin and cookies with the help of the Montreal Children's Choir.
Yeah, this one could be the most disastrous because Joe, upon seeing pumpkins, could trigger some kind of post-traumatic stress and snap. Yeah. And that's it for the theater, basically.
And then finally, Andy shaves his back live on stage, and then Mark has to weave it into a wig. It's for a good cause.
It's good for a good cause.
People love a nice cause.
I can't believe I'm saying this. You call up Mark Rowland right now, and you tell him that we've found a donor. I want to hear how happy he's gonna be.
I got bad news.
Come on, man.
I got bad news.
Come on, man.
And he can't be here for the live show. He can't shave his back.
We have no ideas, James. You realize that?
We've still got time. There's so much time.
James, we don't have much time because you've promised them 2 shows at this point.
Yes. Why?
We're trying to figure out 1 show right now. You promised them 2 shows.
You're right.
Live! In living color. Because if they don't like it, James, you might be putting your life on the line.
You're right. We got to hit the pavement.
We need
Start
something
running.
big. We need something massive. Do you have something massive to reveal right now off the top of your head? Could it be that there's another show?
I want to make an announcement right now.
Come on,
The
man.
first time ever, I'm here to announce that we will not be adding a 3rd show that night.
There it is.
Yeah, that's our announcement. We're going to cram everything we've got, which right now is a lot of stuff on a vision board, into 2 shows.
James, we need something huge for this show.
I know.
Something like somebody's got to win something. It's got to be a competition of sorts.
Yeah.
Maybe we even see some really fine-tuned people walking out, showing what they can do. Maybe I'm alluding to something.
Give me something to work with here. That's interesting.
Maybe I'm alluding to something. Maybe I'm scared to say it because we haven't yet determined if that's what we want to do.
So we'll keep it between us.
We'll keep it between us. James!
We got a lot of time.
Come on, man. I need you to dig deep.
Yeah, I will when I'm prepared to.
This show's counting on you. In the meantime, I'm going to get Thomas Barnwell to get over here to the lab and get these kids motivated on working on something.
Understood.
God bless
Dimitri,
you.
God bless you. Thank you so much for tonight. We'll get there.
I have no worry in my mind.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Dimitri. That is Dimitri Kyres, and that is our show. If you don't know, if you didn't know, now you most certainly know. It is a 2-show event celebrating 3 years of At Home with James live in the month of March. When? Stay tuned. Where? Stay tuned. Information is coming, and it's coming fast. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.